Now I'd like to introduce a good friend and fellow Community Works volunteer. Dave Saltzman has been instrumental in the development of the Community Works model over the years, and he would like to share a few thoughts with you about this event. So please welcome volunteer Dave Saltzman.
Welcome, everybody. We have the combined experience of over 175 different organizations in this room tonight. That's a lot of resources. We range from small startups to household names. Let me tell you a little bit about us collectively here at the conference and about Community Works. To begin, for half of you, this is your first Community Works conference, so a special welcome to you. In this room, 40% of us are board members, 55% are staff, and 35% are volunteers. The reason that adds up to more than 100% is that not only do you do the very challenging work of nonprofits, but many of you fill more than one role addressing some of the most difficult challenges in society, and I applaud you all for doing that. I want to acknowledge our workshop leaders. We get really top people to teach here. Now, would the people who put this evening together, the Community Works Operating Committee, please raise your hand. Don't be shy. They're all volunteers, too, and on the same pay scale as the workshop leaders. Besides handling every other detail needed to run a large conference like this, the operating committee envisioned the courses we thought you'd need the most. And sure enough, more than a dozen of you have registered for each and every course that we've offered. Everyone who registered online got their 2 top choices for workshops. But Community Works isn't just about your 2 workshops any more than college is about 120 credits. For Community Works to be successful for you, I need you to trust what I'm about to say. We have so much to learn from one another. People have a great capacity to share of themselves. Other people in this room have already gone through the challenges you and your organization are going through tonight. Your job is to find them. So introduce yourself. Get out of your comfort zone. Talk to people you don't know. For those of you coming from organizations represented here tonight by more than one person, I have a special request. Don't spend your entire evening only talking to people you already know. This is a tremendous opportunity to network with your fellow attendees at dinner, in the workshops, at the breaks, even in the hallways. I hope you meet the people tonight who can help you and your group have a great 2010.
Thank you, Dave. Okay, all the volunteers of Community Works are grateful to the Rotary Club of Princeton for their ongoing support. The Rotary's motto is simple: service above self. And it asks, what would it take to change the world? The object of Rotary is to encourage and foster its motto by service opportunity through networking, high ethical standards, service through personal, business, and community life, and the advancement of international understanding, goodwill, and peace. Rotary is about vision to see, faith to believe, and courage to act. We are deeply grateful to Rotary and their involvement in Community Works and their volunteers. And I can't let this night go without the thank yous to 2 people who have been really helpful to me over the last, actually, years. Erin Metro, who is a special events planner at Princeton University, and Sally Buchanan, who is our scheduling manager. They've been fabulous. Thank you. You guys are great. This is an amazing building. All right. Additional thanks go to Princeton University for their generous use of the building, the first campus and staff, and also for the last lucky 13 years, we've had the good fortune to work with the university's Office of Community and Regional Affairs. And representing the university today is Kristen Applegate, who is the Director of Community and Regional Affairs. And she's also a recipient of several awards from Rotary Club. So please join me in welcoming Kristen to Community Works.
Good evening, everyone. I think We all deserve a little bit of congratulations for just getting here through the traffic and the wind and the rain. So welcome to Princeton University. And on behalf of the university and my colleagues, Karen Woodbridge, who happens to be in India and can't be with us tonight. That's why I wore my scarf from India. And also Erin Metro, who works with us in the Office of Community and Regional Affairs. I'm really pleased to welcome you all here to the 13th annual conference on volunteerism that we all know as Community Works. This event is a wonderful example of the type of community outreach that is so important to Princeton University. Through various campus and community-based volunteer efforts, literally thousands of our graduate students, undergraduate students, our faculty, and our staff volunteer each year in our local community and bring to life the university's motto, Princeton in the nation's service and in the service of all nations. We congratulate and thank all of you who have taken the time to be here this evening. The organizations that you represent are the very fabric of our community, and your time and energy are the lifeblood of those organizations. The university is so pleased that we can participate in Community Works by offering the use of the Frisk Campus Center with all its stairs. And I hope that you have a productive, fun, and worthwhile evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Kristen. And now for the official opening of Community Works 2010. It is my honor to introduce my dear friend, Marge Smith. She is the founder of Community Works, a totally volunteer enterprise. She devised this event to give everyone in the community the opportunity to learn from one another. She's a nonprofit consultant and facilitator. And I know she would not want me to mention all the awards she has won. But let me tell you, her commitment to empowering nonprofits to accomplish their goals has been recognized by many. And more important than that, her gifts have been recognized by thousands of people throughout New Jersey and beyond. To Marge, it's about making a difference and about having fun at the same time. So please join me and let the fun begin.
Okay, this should be fun. We have so much fun putting this together. I hope when you do your volunteer work, you have the same amount of fun that we do. I once read, you don't need to wear jogging shoes to do something good for your heart. And I think the rest of it could say, come to Community Works. It's a good place to start. It is truly inspiring to be surrounded by individuals who have dedicated their hearts and minds to building community. We created the Get Acquainted Stone exercise. I kept running around, did you get your stone? That you did during the networking in the hopes that when you talk to each other about the words on your stones, your heart felt good. Just think of the profound ripple effect these words could have in our communities if we lived them. Think about your stone. If we lived them, the ripple effect it could have. Actually, when we practiced the word with the committee, I picked a stone with the word freedom on it. The person I talked to said the problem with her job was that she did not have the freedom to do it. I left the job and the conversation thinking that we need to keep these word reminders at a forefront of what we do. Whether the word on your stone is something you connected with or not, let it be an opportunity for further discussion. We hope the ripple effect will continue by duplicating this stone activity. In their folder are directions and list of words. However, the activity can perhaps be even more meaningful if your group of board, staff, volunteers write words that they think are important for your organization. When our Community Works committee did it, we felt even more connected and so inspired that 3 individuals wrote 700 words in less than 2 hours, so it can be done. Of course, they were engineers, so it helped. They were task-oriented. The personal touch counts. Since 3 weeks ago, committee members have shared other ways the stones have impacted individual lives. One person went to a wedding. Each person wrote a stone a word on the stone for a couple. You could do the same thing for retirement or a birthday. Or I went to something on financial management, and we each picked a stone that reflected our values on how we give. Finally, one of our volunteers got caught up in the bureaucracy of the motor vehicle agency. We've probably all been there, right? And got sent to yet another location. But finally, she found someone who was empathetic, supportive, and helpful. And this is a true story. She happened to look down and she had 2 stones from our meeting. One was gratitude, the other happiness. Isn't that perfect? She left them with the person. In other words, the stones are our gift to you as a reminder of the ripple effect of what you do has on individual lives, and as a possible idea that you can use to inspire and to connect with others. As someone jokingly said, maybe I should use the word stoned, that we feel stoned when you come to Community Works. And our goal is for you to leave feeling exhilarated, connected, learning new things, and really becoming aware of all the good that the individuals in this room do. So, we'd like to give you things that you can use. The next is a keynote, and as someone said, I don't like to be bored. So we have tonight to have the STEP team from Nottingham High School demonstrate some basic steps for nonprofit success. A checklist of steps for your success is in your folder, so you can take the steps and use the steps. We didn't give you any of the moves. We gave you the steps for something you can use to assess your organization. I don't want to take away from their show. So anyhow, it's in your folder. We hope a live demonstration, however, is far more memorable than a PowerPoint. And you will visually see how important some steps are. Now, let's welcome the Nottingham STEP team. Go for it. Know your mission. Every journey begins with a single step.
Hello, ladies. Hello. How you doing? Hey. All right. Well, ladies, since you know, keep stretching. I don't want nobody to pull a hamstring. So, ladies, as you know, we have a game coming up on Friday. So, you know, we have steps to do, formations to work out. So, ladies, let's make sure we're tight, all right? So, how about we break out into our 3 groups?
Ooh, let's go. Okay, let's go. Yes.
All right, everybody ready?
Yes.
Everybody ready?
Yes.
All right. Group 1, show me what you're working with. Oh, no. Oh, no. A little better than last time. We got to try on that. All right? Group 2, let's see what you're working with. All right? All right? We're going to work on that. All right? But good try. Group 3, I know you have something for me. Go ahead. Okay, Miss B, that's all you.
All right, well, I guess we know what our mission for today's practice is. But before we take that first step, why don't we practice our outro? I think we can do that. Valencia, can you count them off?
2, move.
Oh, girls, you're going the wrong way. Girls, wrong way, wrong direction.
Okay. It's way too common to belong to a group that doesn't know what it's doing or where it's going, particularly in meetings. How many of you have been there and done that? In fact, when I've talked to people about their mission statement, they say sometimes it's in the drawer. You can individually have the best steps in the world, but if the path does not lead to the destination, what's the point? There's a book called If You Don't Know Where You're Going, You'll End Up Somewhere Else. It is our responsibility to keep the goals well-defined and in front of everyone, so people find their work meaningful and they have the satisfaction of moving forward. If someone in your group is headed in the wrong direction, and that really happens, someone needs to guide them back. Sometimes people are hesitant to do this because they think it's not nice. But the consequence, and they're kind of afraid of hurting people's feelings, but the consequence of having someone get off track is wasted energy, and the whole organization suffers. Our point number 2 is spend time on formation. Put your steps in place and organize people so they can accomplish their goals.
All right, girls. Well, for Friday's game, we have 2 formations that we need to do. So why don't we get up, set up in our first formation, and then we'll practice moving to the second one. All right. Let's go, Valencia.
2, move. Get over it.
You know what, though? Once we took the time and we knew our goals and we communicated with each other and we took the necessary steps to get ourselves together, our Friday routine looked great.
Ladies, move.
The importance of putting our steps in formation is critical. What happens in a crisis such as Haiti is unfortunately an example of individuals having goodwill, a clear mission, and multiple talents. Yet until a structure is created to deal with the chaos, people are having trouble moving forward. What results is frustration and individuals not getting the necessary services. It is absolutely critical we need to create formations so that each person can succeed and we are not stepping on each other's toes. Now, I want you all to step on the person's toe gently sitting next to you. I'm serious. I am serious. I am serious. this inadvertently happens all the time by us not defining what needs to be done and who is going to do it. Last week I was talking to someone who went down to organize a food pantry. And she made all the effort to get there, and she found out somebody else was already doing it. When we went to rehearse it at the Nottingham High, they had reserved the gym, and a basketball team came into the gym. So we need to, and we really need to be particularly conscious when working with volunteers and staff. I really want you to remember this image, because we know stepping into someone's territory can cause discord if not well managed. So next time, I mean, I had to force you. Well, you seemed a little open to the opportunity, but I kind of had to really encourage you to step. And let's pay attention to creating formations so all this goodwill doesn't get mismanaged. Okay, next, cheer people on. Don't wait to the end of the game to cheer.
All right, volunteers. So the step team's going to show you how we get down.
Ladies, let's go. Volunteers, let's show them how we get down. Volunteers, let's show them how we get down. Pump it up. Pump, 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 pump it up. And get down. Pump it up. Pump, 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 pump it up. And get down.
How does that feel? There are a lot of smiles in the audience. Steppers, cheerleaders, and crowds enthuse sport players. Why not use the same principle in nonprofits? You would never go to a sports event and wait to the end of the game to cheer. Indeed, it's when the going gets tough that support is really needed. Recognition should be a process that goes all the time for board members, staff, and volunteers, not just a plaque or a luncheon. Recognition should be ongoing, and I remind myself of these letters, ASAP. As soon, as specific, as sincere, as positive, as personal as possible. It works, ASAP. As soon, as specific, as sincere, as positive, as personal as possible. Our final point is take a chance, join in, learn new steps. Now, guess what's coming, group? Nothing stays the same. Maintaining flexibility and openness to new people, ideas, and steps is critical if we are to solve our challenges. To prove our point, we didn't know you were going to do this, are going to learn a few new steps right now. Anything is possible. Okay, team, let's go for it.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Had a little cry. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
All right, I like that. All right, well, like Ms. Mark said, we are going to teach you a step. All right, so we're going to take it very slow. What I first need everybody to do is get on up to your feet. All right. Everybody all stretched out? Yeah? Yeah? All right, let's get it started. Now what we're going to do is teach you a 6-part step. Very slow. Okay? All right, now what I need you to do is lift up your right arm. Touch it to your left knee. Good, just like that, like that. Your left arm to your right knee. Good. Back down. Everybody clap. From there. Now elbows touch up. Back up. Clap again. Good. Really good. Now we're going to try it again. Very slow. All right. Right arm, left knee. Left arm, right knee.